tonight on Week 7 of Sports Overtime. 1968, Suttons Bay and Kingsley played for the Little Brown Jug. Conference changes, not stopping that this year. Doubleheader at Thurlby Field and overtime in the opener. We also have a pair of matchups featuring teams in the statewide rankings. Mitch Lyons at the touchscreen talking Michigan State's big win versus Nebraska and 16 total games on tap. The original Big Show starts right now.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Week 7 of Sports Overtime. I'm Jeff Johnson. It seems like the season just started and the playoffs are already on the horizon, and that's what our Overtime on the Road teams are thinking. Kingsley needs to win 2 of his next 3 to guarantee a spot in the playoffs, while Suttons Bay can clinch with a win tonight. But it's also about that Little Brown Jug. Kingsley wants to stay with them for a 4th straight season. 7-0 Suttons Bay in the second quarter. Daniel Gellis going around everyone and into the end zone. Kingsley's 2-point conversion is good. The visitors are actually up 8-7. 5 minutes later, Devin Capron finding Lars Thornton in the end zone in stride. Another Suttons Bay lead, and before the half ends, the Norseman going to go to Mason Rohrback in the pass, and he is going to slither his way into the end zone. More Norsemen in the second half. Zach Rice, 75 yards to the house, extending Suttons Bay's lead to 35-8. Kingsley's Gellis gets a touchdown in the final moments of the game to make it closer than it really was, but the Norsemen take the jug back, ending a 3-year losing streak with a 35-20 final. 9-10, Shannon McGrattan shot the highlights for us tonight, and she is live in Suttons Bay with reaction.
Jeff, after tonight's game, Suttons Bay huddle around Coach Trudeau to hear congrats, you are a playoff team. Words that immediately sent the squad into cheers after tonight's 35-20 win over Kingsley. After this evening's contest, the Norsemen are 6-1 overall, a record that is sending them to their first postseason since 2010, showing these players all their hard work has really paid off this past year. At Week 7.
This team has a lot of heart, bringing us together every week. We're going out there with focus and getting our jobs done.
It's been a great rivalry for a lot of years. It's gone back and forth for several years. We played these guys in the playoffs every year for I think 4 years in the 2000s, and it's just a great rivalry and great teams on both sides, and we're excited to be on top.
And they're also excited to have the jug back after 3 straight losses. Kingsley still has the winning record, however, in this overall matchup with 26 victories to Suttons Bay's now 25, meaning next year's matchup will be even more exciting as the Norsemen look to even the slate once again. But before we can even talk 2015, we still have 2 weeks left of the regular season here in northern Michigan. And next week, Suttons Bay takes on Mesig, while Kingsley regroups for Glen Lake in Week 8 action. That'll do it for your 7th game of the week. Reporting live in Suttons Bay, I'm Shannon McGrattan for Sports Overtime.
Thank you, Shannon. The NMFC stacked in the leaders division with talent. That's why ST.FRANCIS has 2 losses. Glen Lake has 3. First quarter, Glad's up 7-0. Make it 14. Joe Coates taking it himself from 2 yards. And later in the first, more St.Francis. Joe Trucco takes the ball 29 yards for the score. Glads are on fire at this point. And then we go to the second, more from Trucco. This time he is going to take it in from just over 40 yards out right after getting a pep talk. Glads beating the Lakers 45-0. 6 wins, it's a magic number for an automatic playoff berth, so GRAYLING and Elk Rapids can't afford to lose anymore. Elk's getting on the board first, taking that to the heed as Colin Wilson takes it in from a yard out. 7-0 Elk Rapids. It takes GRAYLING all of 3 plays to respond. Cam Summers going up top, going to find Scout Tobin. 48-yard TD strike, pulling the Vikings within 1 after the missed PAT. Elk Rapids showing off their passing game as well. Check out the concentration by Logan Centurion to haul in this catch. That's a play of the year candidate, I would say. 3 plays later, Adam Troutman finding Wilson out of the backfield for the score. Elk Rapids thrashing GRAYLING 70-26. That's a real score. We double-checked it. Still so much more Sports Overtime on the way, including our Fans' Choice Game of the Week, TC West versus Cadillac. And speaking of a Cherry Capital, this was the atmosphere at the TC Central game.